क्या ইতিমধ্যেই যারা লাইভে যুক্ত হয়েছেন কমেন্টে বলুন কে কোথা থেকে লাইভটি দেখছেন। রিয়াল মাদ্রিদ বনাম পাচুকার ম্যাচ নিয়ে কারোর কোনো মন্তব্য থাকলে কমেন্ট করতে পারেন। আসসালামু আলাইকুম দর্শক, ইতিমধ্যে যারা লাইভে যুক্ত হয়েছেন তাদেরকে অসংখ্য ধন্যবাদ। আপনাদের কারো রিয়াল মাদ্রিদ বনাম পাচুকার ম্যাচ নিয়ে কোনো মন্তব্য থাকলে কমেন্ট করতে পারেন। আর ফুটবলের সকল আপডেট পেতে চ্যানেলটি সাবস্ক্রাইব করে পাশে থাকুন। ইতিমধ্যে ম্যাচ শুরু হয়ে গিয়েছে, 1 মিনিট হলো। পাচুকার প্রথম অ্যাটাক প্রতিহত করেছে রিয়াল মাদ্রিদ, প্রতিহত করেছে ভিনিসিয়াস জুনিয়র। ইতিমধ্যে যারা লাইভে যুক্ত আছেন তাদেরকে অসংখ্য ধন্যবাদ। লাইভে কে কোথা থেকে যুক্ত আছেন কমেন্ট বক্সে কমেন্ট করুন। চাইলে রিয়াল মাদ্রিদ বনাম পাচুকার ম্যাচ নিয়ে কমেন্ট বক্সে প্রেডিকশন করুন। আর যাদের লাইভ দেখতে সমস্যা তারা কমেন্ট করতে পারেন, আমি সমাধান দিয়ে দেব। প্রথম অ্যাটাক পাচুকার। And the first chance goes to Pachuca. Yeah, took a deflection. I think it was off Fran Garcia. Set move, Rondon moves around the back. Fran Garcia gets blocked. Volley hits Fran Garcia on the head. Goes out for a corner. Thibaut Courtois could have been struggling. Was in asleep. Fell for the corner. Montiel will take it. The second corner of the game for Pachuca. This time from the left, so the right foot in swing are coming. Pachuca winning one of their last 6 games. 3 defeats in the last 6. This time whipped into the front post. And go all the way back towards Carlos Moreno, 27-year-old keeper who sends this one long downfield. Onside by Goulet. Trent Alexander-Arnold skips the first challenge, gets a tug there from Rondon. And the referee, Ramon Abate of Brazil, will give the free kick.
রিয়াল মাদ্রিদের স্ট্রাইক লাইন আপ
Yellow card, but that's a yellow card. You can't see
4
somebody shit
1
back like that as they got before.
2
Garcia chasing down that left side. Finds his
3
run onto
ফরমেশন
Alexis Dominguez over there. Vecino's ball and then played down the
কেন
right
ভাই
side. And this one's chased by Kennedy,
আপনি
but
কত টাকার মালিক হতে
marking
চান
a long way quickly. The 33-year-old Belgian keeper is able to get that one away.
ভাই এরকম কোনোই নাই যে আমি
Well
কত
played
টাকার
90
মালিক
minutes
হব আল্লাহ যখন
against
যা
Al Hilal.
যা
58
দেয়
matches
সেটাই
and 48 appearances over the course of the season. 2018
কমেন্ট
Club
করার
World Cup
জন্য
winners
অসংখ্য
Real
ধন্যবাদ
Madrid beaten from the penalty spot in the opening game of the tournament when Real Madrid outshot Al Hilal 19-13. Their 12-match winning streak in FIFA club competitions came to an end with that draw in the opener. Glad turning in midfield. Bellingham.
আপনার কয়টা গাড়ি লাগবে
On that left side from Vinicius Junior, but Bellingham turns. Valverde's in space. And it comes towards Trent Alexander-Arnold before Liverpool
হইলে
defenders
একটাই যথেষ্ট
knock it on
ভাই
the edge of the box.
অত কোনো চাহিদা নাই হইলেও হবে না হলে নাই চাহিদা একটাই
This time Asensio penalised right on halfway for the foul on Rondon. That's what he's doing.
রিয়াল মাদ্রিদ বনাম পাচুকার ম্যাচ নিয়ে যদি কোনো মন্তব্য থাকে সবাই করতে পারেন
Getting the foul. Thank you very much. We'll play from there now. People do that a lot. Raul Asensio has to be more savvy. Not just keep making fouls.
আমি দেব আপনাকে বলেন কি গাড়ি
Solomon Rondon was a huge reason
ভাই
why
লাগবে না
Pachuca
ভাইয়া
got to this
বলছেন এটাই
Club World
যথেষ্ট
Cup. He was the leading scorer in the 2024 CONCACAF Champions Cup. 9 goals along the way as Pachuca won the CONCACAF title. 6th time they won the CONCACAF title. Offside Herrera, who's only Pachuca player in the starting
আপনার
lineup.
কয়
Got
তলা
his
বাড়ি
first
লাগবে
game. So another one today.
ভাইয়া যেটা আছে সেটাই আলহামদুলিল্লাহ
Figo, the only Real Madrid player on the
গ্রামে
booking.
ছোট্ট একটা বাড়ি আছে এতেই
Played that way
আলহামদুলিল্লাহ
Luis Rodriguez and Solomon Rondon gets it
এটাই
round the
অনেকের
back.
নেই
Is that a foul? It has to be right on the edge of the area. And the card is red.
ইতিমধ্যে
Real
রেড কার্ড
Madrid
খেয়ে
down
গেছে
to 10.
রাহুল অ্যাসেন্সিও
Just 6 minutes in. Rondon would have been through.
ইতিমধ্যেই রিয়ালের
The only thing I would say is
ডিফেন্ডার রাহুল অ্যাসেন্সিও
Raul Asensio just
লাল কার্ড
getting
পেয়ে
inside. If
গিয়েছে
it's onside, Dean Howson's playing it way onside.
হ্যাঁ ভাই
It's
আমি
embarrassing. He gets
বাংলাদেশি
the right
বাংলাদেশ
side of him here.
এবং কি বাংলাদেশে আছি
Doesn't need to do it. He did it in the first game when he gave the penalty away.
ইতিমধ্যেই রাহুলের
He doesn't need
রিয়ালের
to camp
ডিফেন্ডার
around the shirt.
রাহুল অ্যাসেন্সিও
Real
লাল
Madrid
কার্ড
being caught
পেয়েছে
3 times with the ball over the top.
সরাসরি ম্যাচের 6 মিনিটেই
This is just ridiculous.
সরাসরি ট্যাকেলে
Pull your shirt. He's going to go
পাচুকার
down. He knows
স্ট্রাইকারকে
that
ফেলে
because
দেওয়ার
Raul
কারণে
Asensio's come round the
সরাসরি
side.
লাল কার্ড
Raul Asensio shown a red card. It's already been a
রিয়াল
difficult
মাদ্রিদ
start here
বনাম
for Real
পাচুকার
Madrid.
ম্যাচ নিয়ে কারোর কোনো মন্তব্য থাকলে কমেন্ট
It's
করতে
just
পারেন
getting more complicated.
উত্তর দেওয়ার চেষ্টা করব
5-time Club World Cup winners.
এখন 1:09
Raul
বাজে এখন
Asensio
কয়টা
and
বাজে এখন
Pachuca with a
1:09
chance. From a free kick position just outside the penalty area, Brian Gonzalez, one of the players standing over it.
বিশ্বকাপের মতন একটা
Vecino
মঞ্চে
there as well.
যেখানে ম্যাচের জয়
Vecino
গুরুত্বপূর্ণ
puts it in.
সেই মুহূর্তে 6 মিনিটে একটা দলের লাল কার্ড পাওয়া মানে অনেক বড় ব্যাপার
Any complaints
আমি
to the red
পুলিশ
card, or is that the right
কর্মকর্তা
decision from the Brazilian referee? I've got no problem with it, to be very honest. Raul
হইলে
Asensio
ভালো
went for him
আলহামদুলিল্লাহ
late quickly. Does it too often.
আপনি পুলিশ
Very sloppy
কর্মকর্তা
defending.
হইলে ভালো আলহামদুলিল্লাহ
Playing in a different tournament, different referees. You might be able to get away with it in La Liga or in Europe. You can't get away with it all over. He said that the penalty decision was poor by him, and that was the same. Just being lazy.
ভাইয়া আপনি যে কমেন্ট করছেন আপনার বাসা কোথায়? সামনে এসএসসি পরীক্ষার রেজাল্ট, এখনো দেরি আছে ভাইয়া এসএসসি পরীক্ষার রেজাল্ট দিতে। এখানে সরাসরি লাল কার্ড দেওয়ার কথাও না, সাধারণ একটা ইসের জন্য হয়তো একটা হলুদ কার্ড পাইতো। ভাই আমার এসএসসির রেজাল্ট অতি সামান্য। 2021 বর্ষের শিক্ষার্থী। রাহুল অ্যাসেন্সের মতন একজন ডিফেন্ডার। ভাই পাশে অনেকে এখন ঘুমাচ্ছে, রাত অনেক, তাই অত জোরে কথা বলা সম্ভব নয়, তার জন্য আন্তরিকভাবে দুঃখিত ভাইয়া। এই মুহূর্তে রিয়াল বড় চাপে। ভাই ঘুমানো দেরি আছে, ঘুমাতে হলে আমি ম্যাচ শেষ করব তারপরে ঘুমাবো। ইতিমধ্যে যারা লাইভে যুক্ত আছেন, রিয়াল মাদ্রিদ বনাম পাচুকার ম্যাচ নিয়ে কারোর কোনো মন্তব্য থাকলে কমেন্ট করতে পারেন, এবং যারা ম্যাচটি লাইভ দেখতে ঝামেলা পোহাচ্ছেন প্রশ্ন করেন, আমি উত্তর দেব, কিভাবে লাইভ দেখতে হবে সেটাও জানিয়ে দেব। কি ম্যাচ দেখি না কি বলতে চাচ্ছেন ভালো করে বলেন। হয়তো আপনি বলতে চাচ্ছেন আপনি কিসের ম্যাচ দেখেন বা কোন ম্যাচটা দেখতেছেন। যদি এরকম প্রশ্ন থাকে তাহলে আমি তার উত্তরে বলছি রিয়াল মাদ্রিদ বনাম পাচুকা। আমি লাইভের মধ্যে অনেকবারই বলছি রিয়াল মাদ্রিদ বনাম পাচুকা ফিফা ক্লাব ওয়ার্ল্ড কাপের এইচ গ্রুপের দ্বিতীয় ম্যাচ দেখছি। আপনার ফোন দেখব। এখানে ভাই আমার ফোন দুইটা, একটা দিয়ে আমি ম্যাচ দেখছি আর একটা হচ্ছে কি লাইভ চলছে, মানে আমি যে লাইভ করছি সে লাইভটা চলছে। চাইলে একটাই দেখাতে পারবো, সেটা হচ্ছে যেটা খেলা দেখছি এইটা। ভাই যেটা খেলা দেখছি এটা হচ্ছে যে অপো AK1। এটার প্রাইস 10,000 টাকা, আর যেটা লাইভ করছে এটার প্রাইস 22,000। বাংলা ম্যান কমেন্ট করার জন্য অসংখ্য ধন্যবাদ। যদি রিয়াল মাদ্রিদ বনাম পাচুকার ম্যাচ নিয়ে যদি কোনো মন্তব্য থাকে তাহলে কমেন্ট করতে পারেন। ইতিমধ্যে লাইভে যারা যুক্ত আছেন, কে কোথা থেকে লাইভ দেখছেন কমেন্ট করুন। আমার পিছনে জিন, সমস্যা নেই। জিনের সঙ্গে মাঝে মাঝে আমি রাত্রে আমাদের বাড়ির পাশে দেখা করি, ভয়ের কিছু নাই। সালাম স্যার, বাংলা। বিশ্বকাপের মতন একটা মঞ্চে এই মুহূর্তে মানে ম্যাচের 6 মিনিটে রাহুল অ্যাসেন্সের মতন একজন সেন্টার ব্যাকের লাল কার্ড পাওয়া মানে দলের জন্য অনেক বড় একটা চাপের। কারণ তারা প্রথম ম্যাচে পয়েন্ট লুজ করছে এবং আজকের ম্যাচে শুরু না হতেই একটা প্লেয়ার নেই, এবং রিয়াল মাদ্রিদের এই ম্যাচ তো জয় পেতেই হবে। মানে পরপর দুইটা যে ম্যাচ আছে এই দুইটা ম্যাচ যেভাবেই হোক জয় পেতেই হবে, আর হারার তো কোনো বিকল্পই নেই। আর বিজ্ঞান বালক
Madrid with 10 men. Bellingham's ball forward towards Vinicius Junior. Here's Arda Güler. Vinicius Junior wide for Trent Alexander-Arnold. That took a deflection on the way towards the edge of the box, but Pachuca will get it away. Push forward to Rondon by Kennedy, and now Rondon up against Howson. Rondon caught in two lines, driven in, and the small spilled down.
অসাধারণ সেভ করতো, আর অসাধারণ সেভ।
He made the save. A follow-up from Bautista. Now a card coming. Counter-attack by Pachuca. Nothing fancy.
ম্যাচ কমেন্টগুলো এক এক করে ডিলিট করতেছেন, করেন, সমস্যা নেই।
Shot slightly moves on Thibaut Courtois, but he sort of makes the double save. That's a great save, the second one, yeah.
এতক্ষণ যে আমার সঙ্গে কমেন্টে করতেছিলেন, আসলে আপনি আমার পরিচিত কেউ হতে পারেন। যদি পরিচিত কেউ হন তাহলে কমেন্ট বক্সে বলুন।
Salzburg having signed on a 1-month loan from Necaxa on the Mexican side. It's crazy, isn't it? 1-month loan. There's 2 or 3 of them in this Pachuca squad. No. Rent a player. Rent a player for the month, yeah. This is Vinicius Junior down the left side, running at Luis Rodriguez. Vinicius Junior twisting and turning and drives the shot in. Fran Garcia gets the block and it's hammered downfield by Luis Rodriguez, the veteran defender. And now trouble again at the back, the whistle goes. And Solomon Rondon is just too hot to handle for this Real Madrid side right now. And again, he pulls his shirt, Solomon Rondon. He doesn't need to. All he needs to do is try and use his strength. Chimeni got himself in a bit of a muddle. And he helped him out, Solomon Rondon, by pulling his shirt. He knows, 23, he knows. Solomon Rondon causing all kinds of problems so far. His house goes back to Courtois. Rondon, the former Newcastle, West Bromwich Albion, Zenit man. All 3 games last year against the teams they were up against in the Intercontinental Cup. Each the final against Real Madrid. Scored a goal in round 2 against Botafogo. It seems as if Rondon still has all of those qualities that made him such a huge asset to those teams he played for in his prime. He was never the quickest, wasn't about speed, it was just about strength and intelligence. He's done that today.
কে তুমি ভাই? আমাকে মাফ করে দেন। ভাষা কোথায়? আমাকে মাফ করে দেন।
After their sensational win against Chelsea in the previous round, Flamengo will be looking to top Group D with a win against struggling LAFC. This one is on Tuesday.
বুখার কমেন্ট বক্সে যে কমেন্ট করছো, তোমার কি মাথায় সমস্যা নাকি এই রাতে ভুলভাল কিছু খেয়েছো? আবল তাবল কমেন্ট করতেছো। ইতিমধ্যেই যারা লাইভে যুক্ত আছেন, রিয়াল মাদ্রিদ বনাম পাচুকার ম্যাচ নিয়ে কোনো মন্তব্য থাকলে কমেন্ট বক্সে কমেন্ট করুন। 26 মিনিট পর্যন্ত রিয়াল মাদ্রিদ বনাম পাচুকার ম্যাচ স্ট্যাটাস। রিয়াল মাদ্রিদ মোটে একটি শট করেছে পাচুকার জালে, যা টার্গেটে ছিল না একটিও। আর অপরদিকে পাচুকা শট করেছে 6টি, তার মধ্যে টার্গেট শট হচ্ছে 2টি। রিয়াল মাদ্রিদ 55% বল দখলে রাখলেও শটের দিক দিয়ে পিছিয়ে। 45% বল দখলে পাচুকার। 144টি পাস খেলেছেন রিয়াল মাদ্রিদ, অপরদিকে 120টি খেলেছে পাচুকা। ইতিমধ্যে লাইভে যারা যুক্ত আছেন, কে কোথা থেকে লাইভটি দেখছেন কমেন্ট বক্সে কমেন্ট করুন, এবং রিয়াল মাদ্রিদ বনাম পাচুকার ম্যাচ নিয়ে কারোর কোনো মন্তব্য কিছু জানার থাকলে কমেন্ট বক্সে কমেন্ট করুন। ভাই তুই পিনিকি আছিস, তোর সাথে কথা বলার আমার কোনো ইচ্ছা নাই।
They've almost got a full team, haven't they, Real Madrid? Eder Militao's out, Danny Carvajal, David Alba. Hello, Garcia from Xabi Alonso cuts a bit of a frustrated figure right now on the near side. Appointed May the 25th, replacing Carlo Ancelotti. He played under him at Real Madrid, the 43-year-old Spaniard. Here's a look at that. I mean, it's not a foul. Wasn't a lot in it, was there? No, not at all. He's just using his arms just to keep the, as a shield to keep the player away. There's Gonzalo Garcia as we await the first shot on target. 6 shots for Pachuca, just 1 for Real Madrid so far through the opening 28 minutes of this game. Got a foot in, picked up by Guller. Vinicius Junior down the left side, up against Rodriguez. Vinicius Junior towards now led off to the strike distance, and Guller couldn't hit the target. Yeah, just sliced across it, Arda Guller. This was the penalty appeal. There's nothing in it at all. He just steps across the ball into Arda Güler. Look, the ball. He jumps across the ball. Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. A great view that is. This 75,000 capacity stadium, home of Carolina Panthers of the NFL and Charlotte FC in Major League Soccer. As we get to the hydration break at the half-hour mark here. 0-0 between Real Madrid and Pachuca, but this has been anything than straightforward for Xabi Alonso's side. And a man down in this heat as well for the rest of the game. Could be some difficult moments ahead.
Absolutely. It's going to be a battle. They're going to have to work hard. They're going to make chances, Real Madrid, but they're going to concede them because that's how they play.
It's a referee's view of the foul and the red card to Asensio just outside the penalty area as he pulled down Rondon. And the free kick not really anywhere near good enough from Pavlosino to trouble Thibaut Courtois.
There's the Kennedy effort. Trent Alexander just does enough to see him out.
রিয়াল মাদ্রিদ বনাম আল হিলালের ম্যাচ নিয়ে কারো কোনো মন্তব্য থাকলে কমেন্ট করতে পারেন।
Double save on Tista with the rebound. Thibaut up to it.
94 degrees in Charlotte, feeling like 99.
Well, then they certainly deserve hydration, don't they?
I don't know if you saw that picture of the Dortmund players. The substitutes who it was too hot for them in Cincinnati, so instead of being on the bench, they sat in the dressing room to keep cool during their game. Well, Jake Paul returns to the boxing ring to take on former WBC middleweight champion Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. It's live on Saturday, June 28th, exclusively on DAZN. You can buy now. The hydration break gives us a chance to mention a great story coming out of Spain yesterday. Real Oviedo promoted back to La Liga after 24 years away. Santi Cazorla scoring a goal, aged 40 years old, helping his boyhood club back to the top flight, scored a penalty. Cazorla's ex-teammate Xabi Alonso was asked about it yesterday, said how happy he is for him. But the big twist in that is that the major owner of Real Oviedo is Grupo Pachuca, who of course are the owners of this team facing Real Madrid today. What a story.
I know, I saw Santi Cazorla, yeah. Brilliant, isn't it? The age of 40, still helping out his old-time club. Scored a number of goals, important goals for them. Brilliant story. Great to see them back in La Liga.
So 0-0 in Charlotte, as Pachuca have it in the midfield with Montiel. Elias Montiel looking out to the left for Brian Gonzalez. There's space for Gonzalez to carry it forward. He'll go back inside towards Montiel. A bit of patience here from Pachuca. Luis Rodriguez. It's his second Club World Cup. Luis Rodriguez, the right back. Howson able to win that one and make his way down the left touchline. For a moment under the cloud cover, a brief break from the middle of the afternoon sunshine. Well, whatever happens here with Real Madrid, whether they manage to get through, whether it's in first or second place, there looks like being a huge clash in the round of 16 because they're on collision course with a couple of European giants in Group G. Juventus, who won earlier today, Manchester City, who play a little later on today against Al Ain. And this is driven in from a long way out. Thibaut Courtois, a Montiel shot.
Important thing, get your business done today, which is going to be hard enough before you concentrate on Salzburg.
Little flick down the left side as Real Madrid come forward. Vinicius Junior, Bellingham there as well. Bellingham strikes towards goal. Jude Bellingham gives Real Madrid the lead. A man down. 10 minutes before half time. Bellingham
again.
strikes. A superb finish.
He's got the opportunity to pick out Vinicius Junior or Bellingham, but Bellingham takes it one touch, two touch, and smashes it with his left foot. Low and hard past Carlos Moreno, who's got no chance. Great power and precision by Jude. Madrid in the lead. Great finish, great goal.
A 15th goal of the season for Jude Bellingham. This appearance number 54 of the campaign.
Goal scored by number 5, Jude Bellingham.
And Real Madrid with a little bit of breathing space here as Bellingham scores. What a wonderfully worked goal. It just shows you how devastating Real Madrid can be in transition, breaking quickly. Howson couldn't get ahead to that one. They're appealing for a handball here. Tchouaméni got a touch to it. Goulet will play this one forward, and Vinicius Junior's away. Valverde making the run in the middle. Vinicius Junior just held up there at the back by Eduardo Baumann. And then he's fouled by Eduardo Baumann, who signed for Pachuca from Everton in Chile in January. Had 9 months in Chile after playing in Turkey with Alanya Sport. It's Jude Bellingham's goal that is the difference. He's scored 10 or more goals in each of the last 3 seasons. Appeared now in 18 of the last 19 games. The only one he missed was the final day of the season when Real Madrid made big changes. They've only lost twice in the last 9 since going out of the Champions League against Arsenal, and both of those defeats came against Barca in Copa del Rey and in the league. That incredibly dramatic Copa del Rey final. Second time this season that Jude Bellingham has scored for Real Madrid when they were down a man. Scored a 96th minute winner at Valencia back in January.
ম্যাচ নিয়ে কারোর কোনো মন্তব্য থাকলে কমেন্ট করতে পারেন। যারা লাইভ দেখতে সমস্যায় ভুগছেন
And now what will be the response from Pachuca here?
প্রশ্ন
They can
করতে
be pretty
পারেন,
pleased
আমি
with the way
উত্তর
that
দেওয়ার চেষ্টা করব।
the first half an hour went. But hit on the break there, and Real Madrid have the advantage here as it's played down the left by Gonzalez. Kennedy. Cavalicino. Back for Pereira. Over the last maybe 10-15 minutes, we haven't seen what we saw in the way that Pachuca approached the game early, with Rondon getting those opportunities, one that led to the free kick and the sending off. Just one of 2 or 3 occasions where he caused problems for the back line. It's like as Real Madrid have adjusted.
Yes. And they've dropped a little bit deeper as well, Madrid. Give themselves a little bit more space.
Push forward into the path of Vinicius Junior here as Real Madrid come forward once again. This is Bellingham. Fran Garcia going chasing. He was involved in that opening goal, and he was involved there once more, driving forward from that left-back position. 25-year-old Spanish full-back. Little over 5 minutes to go until half-time. There will be a couple of minutes at least stoppage time to be added on. Here's Brian Gonzalez, swings in a dangerous cross, and Howson was almost beaten to that one by Solomon Rondon.
So that's all they should do. Get the ball out of the feet, whip it into Rondon, see if he can get on the end of it.
Fran Garcia with the assist on the Bellingham goal. It came 10 minutes before half-time, and here they come again. Vinicius Junior. Played out towards Trent Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold into the middle, flicked on there by Gonzalo Garcia. Picked up by Fran Garcia down the left side.
ইতিমধ্যে যারা লাইভে যুক্ত আছেন তাদের অসংখ্য ধন্যবাদ। আর কে কোথা থেকে লাইভ দেখছেন কমেন্ট বক্সে কমেন্ট করুন। বিয়ারের মতো কমেন্ট আছে, কারো ম্যাচ নিয়ে কারোর কোনো মন্তব্য থাকলে কমেন্ট বক্সে কমেন্ট করতে পারেন।
Luis Rodriguez looking to get back, and it just rolls out of play.
He's had a decent game, actually, Fran Garcia. I still think Real Madrid will bring a left back in though in this summer transfer window. Mendy and Fran Garcia. I think Mendy with his injury problems. I think they want somebody a little bit better defender than Fran Garcia. He's good going forward.
Brian Gonzalez forward towards Kennedy. He's got Rondon for support. Kennedy from distance. That's a good save from Thibaut Courtois. And Fran Garcia first to get there and hook the clearance down the line. Courtois called on now to make a couple of saves. And the challenge from Alan Bautista just unnecessary there, really. Goulet.
It's a very open game, isn't it? Very open, which is brilliant to see. I mean, Madrid can't defend, and they're not going to drop back and defend. They're going to keep on trying to go forward. So it'll leave space for Pachuca. Like you've just seen there, Kennedy, no problem at all, turn and striking.
Vinicius Junior out to the right side for Trent Alexander-Arnold. And that ball in towards the edge of the box. Goulet with a goal to double the advantage for Real Madrid just before half-time.
Yeah, yet again a moment of wonderful play by Madrid. When they really click into gear, they look excellent, don't they? Vinny Junior outside, left to Trent Alexander-Arnold, who pings it into Gonzalo, and it's a beautiful layoff for Arda Güler. Federico Pereira goes wandering. Doesn't have to close down Gonzalo when he's left Arda Güler running. And like with the first goal from Jude Bellingham, just dispatched in the corner, low and hard. Moreno, no chance.
Two goals in 8 first-half minutes for Real Madrid, and all of a sudden, the challengers they faced in this once since a 5-3 win at Necaxa back on April the 11th. So it's a tall task for the Mexican side to try and get back into this game. Up now down the left touchline, plays it in towards Vinicius Junior. The first bit of skill was lovely, the second one just a little too much.
Yeah, got carried away.
Was that like you in your heyday?
No, I wouldn't have done that. I certainly wouldn't have tried a rainbow flick, no chance.
দিলেই তো
Brian
আমার সমস্যা।
Gonzalez down the left for
আমি তো
Pachuca.
টাকাগুলো ফেলবো না।
We're about to find out how much stoppage time will be added on at the end of the first half.
কেন?
Luis Rodriguez in towards Bautista. Space down the left for Kennedy. Goes down by Trent Alexander-Arnold as Kennedy space down the left. Holds it back here and Herrera down by Trent Alexander. Swing this cross in towards the back post. Howson can head it clear. Herrera down by Trent Alexander. This cross in towards the back post. Howson can head it clear. So into stoppage time at the end of the half. Gonzalo Garcia with an assist today. Fran Garcia with one as well. So Gonzalo Garcia with a goal and assist in the first two games of this Club World Cup, starting up top in the absence of Kylian Mbappe. And Goulet gets the goal, and we talked a lot about the comments made by Xabi Alonso yesterday about getting him in more central areas, getting him on the ball more. Xabi Alonso yesterday about getting him in more central areas, setting first. Xabi Alonso yesterday about getting him in more when he was asked in an interview ahead of Xabi Alonso's press conference. He said he's feeling more important right now because Xabi Alonso talks to him all the time. He likes to control the tempo. He wants more short passes. He says that suits me, and he sees me as a midfielder, so that also suits me. So maybe the arrival of Xabi Alonso will see Arda Güler blossom even more.
Yeah, and I think the fact that when he arrived, of course, he had Toni Kroos ahead of him and Luka Modric. Of course, Tony's retired. Luka's going to leave after this tournament, so there is spaces for him. And of course, Xabi being a midfielder, the way he played.
Towards Fran Garcia, who's trying the fancy flick there as well. Well, just before the 35th minute mark, when it was still 0-0 and Real Madrid were down to 10 men, this is not really a scenario you would have seen coming.
No, you could see that Madrid could cut through them because they've done it before. It's just whether they can keep them out. They've just lost the way a little bit, Pachuca. They've gone away from doing what they did at the start of the game, which was good.
Rondon couldn't hold that one up. He scored twice in the Champions Cup final against Columbus Crew. As Pachuca were crowned champions of CONCACAF last year. Here's Kennedy down the left side, up against Trent Alexander-Arnold. And the shot coming in didn't have any power behind it from Pavlosino. A couple of big stops from Courtois when it was still 0-0.
Yeah, certainly even at 1-0 when Kennedy had a shot just outside the penalty area, made a good save, and then Madrid went right down the other end and scored their second.
With a win today, Real Madrid will for the time being at least go top of the group on 4 points above Salzburg, who played their second game later on tonight in DC. Alexander-Arnold's throw, picked up by Vinicius Jr. Fran Garcia in space down the left side. This the last act of the first 45 minutes in Charlotte. Vinicius Jr. rolling it in for Goulet, who scored the second for Real Madrid. But the referee's whistle will call a halt to the first half proceedings, and Xabi Alonso's side in a comfortable position despite being a man down at the break. They went down to 10 just 7 minutes in when Asensio was sent off, the last man back, fouling Rondon. It took them until the 35th minute to find the breakthrough when it came from Jude Bellingham. And then Arda Güler, 2 minutes before half-time, made it 2-0 for Real Madrid. So half-time in Charlotte at Bank of America Stadium. Real Madrid leading Pachuca by 2 goals to 0.
Gentlemen, anything while you wait? Play for the Michelob Ultra?
Now there was a time when you loved me so. How you like me now? How you like me now? How you like me now? How you like me now?
Amica Insurance is proudly customer owned. We know what keeps you going, and we work harder to protect it. Visit amica.com today.
Did your streaming expire when you least expected? Save the day by using the Bank of America Customized Cash Rewards Card. And choose to earn 6% cash back on online purchases like live streaming for the first year from account opening. What would you like the power to do?
Watch football outside the U.S. with NFL Travel Pass.
Let the party begin!
Watch every game from every team in every time zone. Never miss a moment when you're traveling abroad. Every snap, pass, and touchdown.
What a move! Wow!
Plus NFL Red Zone on Sundays.
Welcome to NFL Red Zone.
Get the U.S. broadcast
He's got it!
even when you're outside the U.S.
It's palpable, the energy.
Sign up before you travel at thezone.com/NFL.
Live, only on DAZN, July 12th, Berlanga versus Shiraz and Stevenson versus Cepeda. They're in their prime, they're hungry, and they're done being called the future. Berlanga versus Shiraz, Stevenson versus Cepeda. Live, only on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Mom, Dad, let me give you a ride home.
Yours, sir?
Is this yours?
And so, of course, my agent doesn't tell me that I'm going to be working with a bird that day. And when I get to set, the wrangler's yelling at me like, don't make eye contact. But then the director tells me that I've got to look at the bird for the scene, right? The whole thing was kind of a nightmare.
Do you have something big coming out, honey?
No, just the bird thing. Love you. Bye.
Yeah.
Why did we pay for dinner?
And why is he still on that phone bill?
You live for the action. You can bet on anything, anytime, and you're always ready to play. Because when you can bet on anything, you're ready for everything. Bet with Bovada today.
You're watching the Vanda Pharmaceuticals halftime show. Vanda Pharmaceuticals. Innovate in the service of people's pursuit of happiness.
Hello and welcome to the FIFA Club World Cup halftime show presented by Vanda Pharmaceuticals. I'm Alex Scott. I've got Connor Cody, Juan Pablo Engel and Luis Garcia alongside me. Well, I tell you what, we were all ready to be entertained and dazzled by this Real Madrid team, but it was the side from Mexico, Pachuca, that had us all talking after a solid display from them in the first 30 of this game. But it is never a good idea to ever start doubting the team from Madrid. Let's get straight into the highlights presented by Vanda Pharmaceuticals, because Pachuca, starting fast out the blocks, Louis.
Yeah, they start very well organized, understanding what this Real Madrid was all about. They read the situation, bringing a lot of players on the run from second lines. Rondon, Cody mentioned it, is kind of being the center back, so it was easier for the midfield players to make the run. And what about this one? Once again, Asensio, I think, big mistakes over there. You don't have to run just behind. You don't have to touch it. It's in front of you, in front of goal. So easy call for the referee. From the referee, it was even easier to see that it was a red card and Real Madrid with one man down.
Do you think they were stunned, Real Madrid, JP?
No, I just think it was just a sloppy play by Asensio. Because he's a quick player, he felt that he was in a better position, and then before he realized that he was, having Rondon ahead of him. But you said it, Alex. You cannot leave the door open against Real Madrid because you know that they're going to get the chances and they're going to punish you, and they certainly did.
For me, I absolutely love these goals. I love them. I think they're fantastic. And we spoke so much. Forget about Jude Bellingham and the quality that he has and what he can bring to this Real Madrid team. I absolutely love both goals. And Real Madrid have settled into the game now. After the first 30 minutes, I think he was stunned a little bit. I think he looked at the Pachuca and went,
Chris, you got to talk about Gonzalo Garcia because I think he's been excellent throughout these 45 minutes.
He's been outstanding. Held up in the team in the pressure.